Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 31st, 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Cancer, and we are going to see, actually, okay, we'll start here. Why not? We're going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you here, Cancer. This is going to be part 1. There will be a part 2 linked up down below in the pinned comment down below. But yeah, you start off with 2 aces. I like 2 aces because 2 aces is a definite yes to any question that I don't answer for you, Cancer. So I like to see that. But you start off here, you have these 2 cards. You have the tent, it says temporary situation. You have this February card. So clearly, I would say if you're dealing with any situations at all, you have this, look, it looks like the wind from February is blowing over that tent. So I feel like things are clearing up for you, or will be clearing up for you in the month of February very quickly. So I like to see that here for you, Cancer. It's like clearly there are some improvements coming in the month of February as well, because you have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. I feel that for a lot of you, that the Knight of Wands is just talking about forward momentum and quick progress that is coming in for you with this card. So I just feel like there's quick progress coming in with the Knight of Wands. That's really all I'm getting. I'm not even getting that this is a person. Like I said, I feel like it's just talking about progress. It is interesting that you go from the Knight of Wands to the King of Swords down to the 8 of Cups. And let me try to move this up for you so you can see it. But I do feel that this could be you walking away from things that no longer serve you. But you could be walking away from something that's been keeping you stuck for a long time with that 8 of Swords. You also have these 2 aces here, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this is a new offer coming in for you for a new beginning. I really feel that this first row is very simple. I think it's just saying that February is going to be like a very fresh start for you. You're going to feel like it's a fresh start. In every single reading for like the first quarter of the year, I was saying how I really think that the year 2022 doesn't really start until like the middle of February. I think it would be a good year to like really follow Chinese astrology, for example, because, you know, in the Chinese zodiac, it's like the year pretty much doesn't start until the middle of February for them. So, you know, I think that it really kind of fits in well, is what I would say. And that could be happening for you. I feel like there's like a lot of happiness coming in as well, but I also feel there's like a specific offer that's coming in, and it's probably an offer that you've received in the past. So especially if you've been looking for an offer, like if you've been looking for a job offer, a business offer, something along those lines, I feel like this is a specific type of offer that is coming back around into your life. And I feel like you need to be willing to accept that offer into your life. You have the Nine of Wands here, you know, coming up next to it. It's like a little bit of fear, a little bit wondering, like, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? And so I feel those questions popping into my head with that Nine of Wands. Like, so if someone's making you an offer for like a job, a business, I would go for it. The other thing is you have the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands really asks you to be bold and assertive. Like, if you're getting offered a job, maybe that you're not qualified for, it's like maybe you're not really qualified, but maybe you could also learn as you go. So the Queen of Wands really says, go for it, be bold, be assertive. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. The Queen of Wands is just an energy around you. Queen of Wands says, go for it, because you'll learn as you go. If you're getting an offer you feel like you're not qualified for, right? Next, in the middle row, you have the North Node. This card says future on it. So there are clearly a lot of changes in the future. I know, I feel like it's going to be a pretty wild ride, 2022, if I had to guess. So it's not really a guess. I mean, I'm kind of cheating. I look at the astrology. It looks like, a wild ride to me. let's put it that way. And it's in the United States, it's the US's Pluto return this year, so I'm excited about that. You know, I've heard a lot of astrologers talk about it, but we've never been alive for a Pluto return like this. So, I don't know, could get spicy is what I would say to you here, Cancer. Keep your head on straight and stay focused. But I feel like there's a lot of positive changes coming up in the very near future. You have the Eight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. A lot of boundaries I'm noticing. Even the Eight of Swords is a card of being stuck in a prison. It's a card of a self-imposed restriction. You need to set yourself free with the Eight of Swords. She could easily lean up against those swords and cut her hands free, and then she could take her blindfold off and she could easily step forward and set herself free on the Eight of Swords. So I feel for a lot of you that the Eight of Swords is like saying you need to set yourself free. Frequently with the Eight of Swords, we're just too close to a problem. I always say it's like if you're too close to a problem or if you're like right up against an obstacle, you can't see your way around it. So the Eight of Swords asks you to do this right here. Your solution is the King of Swords. King of Swords is actually an easy solution. King of Swords is about asking an expert, and again, it could be any gender, any person, any type of person. But the King of Swords says if you're dealing with a legal matter, get a lawyer. If you're dealing with a health matter, get a doctor. If you're dealing with any other issue, find an expert. You don't even necessarily have to pay for these experts. It could be just finding their knowledge or their wisdom as well. There are plenty of books. You can go to the library and find books for free, believe it or not. So, there's a lot we can do with the King of Swords, but it's mostly about finding someone who knows more than us about whatever it is that we're dealing with or wherever we are stuck. So I feel your answer is very, very simple. With the Nine of Wands, this could also be a solution. The Nine of Wands is about experimentation. It just basically says throw stuff at the wall and see what works or, see what sticks. I do feel that there's a lot of climbing at this time, I will call it, where it's like if you want to increase numbers in your life, like let's pretend you want to make more money, maybe you want to find the love of your life. It's like there's a lot of experimentation at this time where a lot of the things we're going to try aren't going to work. I always tell people work extra hard during these times because when you find something that does work, it's going to work so well that it's probably going to blow your mind. So, yes, it's probably harder to find what works right now in work and business and love, whatever, just because of the energy. But when you do find something that works, it's going to work for like a long time and it's going to work better than anything you've done before. So I always encourage people during these times to experiment, try new things, especially with the Nine of Wands. It is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, but it's like if you do that, you're going to be very successful. Next, you have this tarantula card. It says connection on it. So that you could be making a lot of connections with this card at this time. It could be a lot of success. I feel success coming in for you with this card as well, which is weird. I also feel like a very strong creation or creative energy. And, sometimes I think we get to this point where we're trying to be, I'm just going to tell you the story that I'm getting in my head. Okay. Here, Cancer. It's like sometimes I think we try to be creative. We try to grow our business. We come up with these creative ideas. Things don't work. It's like true creativity, I feel like, happens at the end of that. It's like usually what we try doing is we try everything that works, right? Or that could work for someone else. It's like, good example, like on YouTube, I've been working on my thumbnails. I've been trying to improve my thumbnails, trying to get them to a certain point because nobody has. And especially in the tarot industry. And so it's like I keep trying all these crazy ideas. But I've kind of like gotten to that end where it's like I've tried everything that I know works for other people and the things that I'm trying now still aren't working. So I think that's where true creativity is. It's like after that, after you've tried everything and you've exhausted all your efforts, I think that's where you can find genius in yourself is at the end, because it's like you've tried everything and trust me, I'm at that point right now where I'm kind of like, I'm out of ideas, right? But it's like I keep trying anyway, because you never know. It's like I might come up with a crazy idea that works, right? And maybe not, but at least I tried. And I feel that energy for you here, Cancer. I'm not trying to talk about myself here, but I feel that for you with this card. I kind of feel that it's like maybe you feel like you've tried everything on something, but it's like just at the end of that, it's like just pushing past that point just a little bit. I think that's where you're going to find your genius idea, the thing that sets you free, which we see right here with the Four of Wands. So I really feel this reading is encouraging you to kind of like push it. You have the Queen of Wands, the Hangman, and the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Queen of Wands and the Hangman, it's like you've been sacrificing your movement for a long time. The Hangman is sacrificing the use of his arms and his legs, and he's doing that so he can gain enlightenment. His head is glowing. The Queen of Wands is about being bold and assertive and really going for something you want. So I would encourage you to, like, again, be bold, be assertive, really push it at this time, try new things. He's hanging from the tree of knowledge as well. So it's like he's gained a lot of wisdom by hanging there, but he does need to kind of like get off the pole. He needs to start taking action, right? With the Four of Wands a card of freedom. Pisces have the same card. Again, if you have Pisces in your chart, this reading is very similar. I would definitely watch the Pisces reading, but I kind of feel like the Four of Wands is talking about setting yourself free. It's like the way that I look at the Four of Wands sometimes is it's like you're on this side of the Four of Wands, over here. These people are over here celebrating, and they're like saying, come over here, like come celebrate with us. And I feel that for you, like especially for those of you that are working on projects or businesses, I feel like there could be things that you're not doing that successful people do. And I would just look for that. It's like sometimes I think we try to reinvent the wheel too much and then we just don't find success. So, don't be afraid to go try the things, like I was saying earlier, that successful people do. It's like maybe they won't work as well for you, but maybe they'll work a little bit. And then again, when pushing past that point is where you're going to discover your genius, right? And I keep getting that word for you, genius. At the end here, you have the Eight of Cups. So it's like you're clearly eclipsing something out of your life. This is the only card in the tarot that has a lunar eclipse on it right here. So it's like you're kind of like eclipsing something out. It's a card of walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I do feel you are setting yourself free with the Eight of Cups and kind of walking away from a heavy energy with the Eight of Cups. I also feel that you're kind of like walking into darkness. Again, another clue that you could be experimenting, because it's like he's walking into darkness. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's doing it anyway. He's going on the adventure. And we see that here, where you have the Knight of Wands, which is like go on the adventure, King of Swords to the Eight of Cups. I really feel like you're going on an adventure right now where maybe you don't know where you're going, but it's probably leading to a lot more success for you, a lot more abundance, a lot more growth. I do want to just kind of clarify this Eight of Cups real quick. Hierophant, yeah, I mean, makes perfect sense to me. Hierophant is a card of learning, a card of education. It's also a card of the process that I was describing. He has 3 levels to the crown on his head, and the 3 levels represent initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. So it's like, usually when we're at that middle step, when we're at apprenticeship, when we're like learning from other people, like I said with the King of Swords, it's like that's where we can feel like, am I ready to go to the next level? Am I ready to upgrade my life? Or, is this it for me? I feel like you're asking those questions because it's like you're trying to create something. That's how I'm seeing this reading. It's like you're trying to create a new relationship, a new business. You're trying to create your way out of something. And it's like you're kind of out of ideas, but at the same time, I feel like that's where the spark happens. So that's that. We're going to have to find out what the spark is and what's going on here in part 2. Part 2 is linked up in the pinned comment down below.